Okay, so let's say this is your toe, like a big toe, and this is your nail on that toe. What happens when we try to trim our own nails is we'll trim it back on an edge like that, and we'll think that we got all the way over to the side. But really what we did was we cut and we took out a piece of nail that looks like this. And what that does when you trim it that way is, if you think you got all the way over to the side but you didn't, and you take out this piece right here, look at what you've left right there. You've left a little spike of nail that as soon as that nail starts to grow out into the skin, it's going to, this is going to be like a little arrow or a little knife that's going to dig right into the skin and cause an ingrown. So unless you can see to make sure that you can cut all the way over to the edge of the nail, your best bet is to keep cutting the nail straight across so that the edges are up here and they come out past the skin area. Okay. So we have Christine with us today, not her real name, who has been gracious enough to let her big toe be used as the demonstration. But the object when you're cutting your own nails is that you want to keep it straight across so that it doesn't get ingrown down on the sides. So when she's cutting her toenails, I would tell her to cut it straight across, but you see me always trimming it down on the side, and that's because I can see from where I'm standing that I'm getting it all the way over to the edge there, and I'm not leaving a little piece. So for example, alright, so if we're going to trim this nail, so to trim this nail, she would go straight across so that the edges are out past the skin here. When I do it though, and I go down on an angle like this, I can do that because then I can make sure that I've gotten it all the way over to the edge there, and I'm not leaving a little piece of nail there. Any questions? Here's one last example. As you can see, I'm cutting it across the top, and then we stop to chat for a second. And then as I cut it over to the side, I notice there's that one piece there. So now I can see that it got all the way over to the side. And I'm doing the same thing over on this side, just making sure that there's no little pieces left in that nail. We call it the nail groove. Okay, so you said that you had, that you had both sides of this nail removed when you were in college, right?
No, ma'am, just the inner side.
Oh, just this side, okay. And now it's this side that's bothering you because you feel like the bunion is pushing that toe into the second toe, okay. And it hurts with every pair of shoes and...
even on my wider toe.
Okay. Shoes, and what you can see if you look at both sides actually of the toe is that the nail kind of curves down 90 degrees on that side, and also on this side it curves way down. So sometimes that's just the shape of the nail that people get. Okay, so we're going to numb this up and then remove this edge of the nail for you.
Great.
On a permanent. Now, do you want me to lay you back while we do this?
No, I like to watch.
Okay. All right, now you RN? Okay, so you know how all this works.
Yeah, I watched my daughter have hers done too. That was quite a while ago.
Okay, so there's going to be a little stick here and then a little stick there.
Okay.
So 1, 2, oops, I cheated.
You went in on 2.
I did. Okay. And then we're going to go one more, the other side. This side always hurts more. Not really sure why. And we are done. Okay. So what we'll do is we will just wrap this and then we'll get you into our procedure room.
Okay.
We have a clean procedure room. And so do you visit each home then a couple times a week, or
No,
each person once a day, or
I'm one-on-one with them for a 12-hour shift.
12 hours? Okay.
I'm not feeling that, so
Good.
it's numb.
Yeah, and I'll double check
Okay.
before I start. So, I just need you to tell me, do you feel anything sharp when I do this?
I'm keeping my eyes closed so I
Okay.
don't cheat.
How about if I did this? All right.
Not feeling anything.
All right, so if you didn't run screaming from the chair, you can just relax, because I sort of started,
Okay.
and you definitely would have felt that. All right, do you want me to explain what I'm doing as I'm doing it?
Whatever you'd like.
Okay. Well, just first, just getting the skin away from the edge of the nail here. And you do have a little bit of pus coming out from under there. But then just freeing up that edge of the nail from the nail bed underneath. And there's no way we could do that if you felt it, so.
Okay.
Then what we're going to do is just trim back just the edge there. We'll come over about that far. And then we take that piece, because we've already loosened it up, and we just take it out all the way back to the nail growth center. Now, you see this piece over on the side?
I do.
That's what was digging into the skin.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so that was not going to get better.
Oh good. Glad I'm here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So then we just take our curette and just kind of make sure we got all the nail matrix cells gone from there. And then this is just ointment to keep all the surrounding skin safe from the chemical that we use. So it doesn't go anywhere except where we want it.
Yeah.
Now we turn it this way so that it doesn't go up under the good nail.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so there's even a reason for that.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I did one of these when I was in school, and we were in our clinic at the school. And I looked underneath after I took out the nail, and I said, I had my professor come in and I said, I think I took it out all the way to the bone. And he just rolled his eyes. I was very scared. I had taken out way too much.
Now that piece of nail that you showed me that was causing my pain, is that unusual to have that outgrowth?
You know, everybody's nails grow differently, and so it's very possible that just genetically that piece just grew down.
Okay.
And you were able to trim most of it over, so it looked like an outgrowth.
Okay.
But it was that you had trimmed it over and left a little piece all the way to the side. And that's what was digging in.
Yeah. The older I get, the harder it is to see my nails and to get down there to do a good job.
Right, you know, which is why podiatrists have jobs.
Yeah.
You know? All right, and one last one here, and then we'll just kind of rinse it all out.
Okay.
Yeah, when we're young, it never occurs to us that that's, you know,
Yeah.
that I won't be able to sit Indian style at some point, or I won't be able to reach my feet at some point, or... All right, so this is just plain old regular alcohol.
Okay.
Just kind of cleaning it out, rinsing it out. Now the packing that you're going to take out in a couple days is just this. It's some silk with some antibiotic cream on it. Goes under the cuticle there.
Okay.
And you'll take that out in a few days. It's all the instructions are written down for you.
All right.
And then then this big bandage will just stay on for like 3-4 hours.
Okay.
Now, I like to see everybody after the first week, just
Okay.
to be sure that you actually got the packing out, because sometimes people think they did and they didn't,
Sure.
and then that can become very painful.
Okay. Can I see you next Monday?
Yep.
Should I see?
Yep.
Okay.
That would be fine if that's your day off.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll make it work. It's like a 2-minute appointment.
Great.
And that is that.
All right.